All right, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. My name is Ray, last name is Reynolds. All right, as it says, the Ray Reynolds University has been helping people for decades. Let's see what I can do to help you with this free overview. Ultimate goal, no pictures, no recording. Get at a tablet and pen, write it down again and again. Now, for me, born homeless to million to billion. I'll show you what I got to do. Not hard to do at all. Write down today's date, please. Then write down the end of the year. You see, we have to have a timeline if we want to reach the goal. Goal is here's one of the 6 mansions, one of the yachts too, one of the big buildings, and one of the Lamborghinis. You see, I like the world. I think it's great. It's fun. We just got to play and learn how to play by the rules. Procrastination, sorry, it's a killer of a dream. Time, I can't control it, neither can you. But you know what? We have to make sure we cherish every second that God gives us. See, you never know when it's over. I mean, literally, I died in 2009. Swine flu, pneumonia, pandemic 9. It kills me, but I got a chance to come back and help you. Now, my journey started when I was born in a taxi. And you know what happened at 7.5 years old? I listened to their poker game they had every Wednesday night. One night they said a corporation's a legal person. Can you write it down, please? A corporation's a legal person. So I wrote it down. They told me I was weird. I went to the library the next day next to the Torrance Police Department. I said, ma'am, can you explain this to me, please? She said, here's a microfiche here book. Well, that's how she talked. What can I say? I thought I was in Mayberry. I was lucky. God gave me an IQ without the chart, total recall, and most things. So I read the book that day, and I got pissed off. See, I'm 7.5 being used and abused, eating out of a trash can, being dropped off every day. I want to get out of hell. I wanted exactly what you've been looking for all your life, the blueprint, the rules, and the tools. I learned to connect the dots by going back to the library almost every day till I was 9.5. Ultimate goal. See, a corporation needs a blueprint in a life. We could be winning the battle today if you want to, but that's up to you too. So let's understand today. I want you to write down getting past go. Now I want you to understand, I got the Lamborghini collection, the Duffy, the 6 mansions. I broke the record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981 to prove white men do jump and stupid people say we don't. I parked my race boat in my backyard, helicopter. Got the largest U-Dock in Huntington Harbor too, and the 3 yachts, and don't forget about the Ferraris too. See, I want to show you how I did it. Write down Ray's rules, please. Ultimate goal is going to be up to you. So what do we got to do to July 4, 2009? We took out one of the yachts to watch the fireworks. There's me the next day. I die in a coma. Someone tricks my wife to sign a POA and she screams her head off too. God gave me a second chance to come help you. Today I want you to understand the reason why you bring the pain home is the lack of knowledge. We're going to teach you how to play starting today. First we got to go after your personal credit. See, I want you to understand the federal law right in front of you, Federal Trade Commission says credit repair is a scam. It's fraud. Or your credit's not broke and you have to rebuild it. That's just the truth. Even though you got 10,000 companies charging every day, sorry to say, getting to know me is not hard to do. You can Google my name to find out I'm verifiable too. Guess what? I'd like you to write down Credit Services Act. And I want you to Google it later today to get the page I just showed you too. All right? You see, they're going to refer to the Credit Repair Organization Act where it says attorneys can't do credit repair. Ultimate goal? Building relationships and dreams. This information was provided by the Federal Trade Commission, by the way. Check it out. For 90 days, seminar, workshop, boot camp, you're stuck with me. I like to hold your hand personally. I like to do it in person or online too. I want you to focus. I have been the consultant for rich and famous people for decades. So you got 4 ways to go get the money. You can win the lottery. You can basically inherit the money. You can get a raise. Or you can allow me to rebuild you. Can I rebuild you, please? If I could just spend 1 hour with you and straighten out the things you're doing wrong, it would be kind of fun. Bottom line, I got private consulting. I got Zoom meetings too if you need to. You just call the office. I'll set one up for you. Ultimate goal, there's only 1,000 steps to go get it. I made it simple, so there's 1,000 steps and rules you can't screw up. By the way, there's only 25 to get started today. So the first thing I want you to go is go clickety-clack on raisecredit.com. Get you the credit reports right away. That's step number 1. I put them in my system. I've been doing this for 43 years, and I can make your score go up, up, and away. Now let's go after your SSN. Can you pull it out, please, of your personal wallet now? you got a Social Security card. We got that for you because we were told to get the job. Remember this? We were told to get an SSN to get the job. All right, and we're going to talk about that today because you use it for credit anyway. Equals a 1040 tax return. So the bottom line is if you pull it out and read it right now, what you're going to see, it says do not laminate, step number 2. Don't use for ID purposes. And on the actual card in your possession today, it says it's property of Social Administration, not you. So the ultimate goal, I can make anybody's score go up and away in about 90 working days. Now understand, all right, I want to guarantee you a 750 score, period. I'd like to get you an 820. Step number 3. Next thing is, no case on my watch ever goes past 180 days unless you mess up on your side. Now the next thing is this. Let's show you a picture of Credit Karma to show what I say is true. Third party. I got this person 45 days, 157 points. I have a system called Rapid Refresh. I own the rights to it. I created it years ago too. What it does is it blocks crap and pushes your score up and away. My system tears apart your report and rebuilds you. You got a choice. You got the do-it-yourself books that I wrote years ago too. You can do it yourself and go to a workshop at 8 o'clock on Saturday too. Or you can have us do the work for you. This way you learn and you're part of the program as well. You got 800-510-3338. Ultimate goal, this is what happens if we rebuild you. We add a rapid rescore. We block the garbage. You called the office, you set up that right away. Now understand, no cases past 180 days. One of the things that I always personally guarantee on a webinar, because it's live, I do them up to 3 times a day, Monday through Friday and all day Saturday too, is I'm going to get you a $1,000 cash card. Unsecured, is that okay? That way you can basically have more money and you can build it up and away too. I usually pop that in the beginning, is that alright? Like I did for Tom today. He's got a 471 by the way. And I still got him an unsecured card for $500 to help him build and save his house too. You're guaranteed a $750. Ultimate goal, what do we get to do? It's in writing, a money-back guarantee. So here's another thing I need you to do right away. Can you write down a phone number, please? You added yourself to the national mailing list. You don't even know you did that too, and have the robocalls. If you call 888-567-8688, opt out for 5 years. Let's get rid of all that junk mail starting today, step number 4. Now, what I want you to do is plan the problem. Someone in your life knocked you down, got in your way, and took it away from you too. Probably a friend and family member, by the way. Now, I need you to write down safety credit. Here's the problem, nobody tells you the truth, and I don't like the word secrets, but I'm the guy that trained Kenny Orbro years ago for TRW and Asperian too. The moment you take any card past 29%, you jacked up the card, you dropped your score, you got stuck, you can't get any more. As of today, you will not bring the pain home ever again, flat out, because you should have never done it in the first place. These cards are $50,000 a piece. We're going to show you the right money you're supposed to be using anyway, because nobody should ever hurt their family. All I had as a kid was because I had no damn family. Eating out of a trash can, stealing off the pier, it sucks. I don't like pain to the family, because I never had one. Line of defense, your grocery stores and banks, they bankrupt locations right off on their taxes, and hell, they got a tax credit. They get a tax credit for screwing up. Do you understand this? You got one SSN, that's all you're allowed to. Sticky, write down, never bring the pain home again. Bottom line is step number 5, up to you. Now, what do people do when they lose their job and have an emergency? What do? They all do the same silly thing. They run out of time, they run out of money, and they jack up their credit in 42 days. Why did you use the wrong money in the first place? Why? Every one of you. Why don't you have the $1 million dream? I got my first $1 million at 14, okay? 2.6 billion at 26. I don't understand why you didn't do this too. Repackaging you, there's one of the houses. This is one of the first cars. That's the bank account too. I want to repackage every one of you. To pull a stunt years ago, I built credit from a cat. I wanted to prove it can be done because they have 9 lives. So do you. There's Inc. magazine in front of you. How to finance anything by using plastic. I'm all in that issue. Let's understand something. Corporate credit is a write-off. We get to write off the credit card, the interest rate, and the line of credit. And if we screw up a division, we write that off too, like a grocery store and the bank do. So there's nothing to lose and everything to gain. Why don't you know how to play? I don't understand. Let's pretend today you needed $5,000 now. Ask your friends, your family, the bank. Go ahead. They're all going to say no. You see, the average person wastes $50 every other day. Is that true about you? This is a $5,000 card in my hand, the one on the screen. If I got to max out this card today to solve a problem, the payment's only $50 a month, while the average person wastes that every other day. They also say you waste $140 a week. Do you not understand these are 50,000 cards a piece? If I max out one of these, the payment is $612.26. So if the average person is wasting $140 a week, that's $600 a month. So common sense to me says what they're pissing away, I would have got them 2 pizza restaurants with the drive-through. Don't waste money, never bring the pain home. Can you make sure you do that from now on? I think I need to get on the phone with you step by step and give you the little assignments like I'm giving you here, step number 6. So today it's pretty simple. Reach your goals, please. I was told so many times I can't do this or that too. I want you to believe in you. I do. God does. See, I believe in God and I believe in me. When I broke that world record for the highest kick on the planet in 1981, when all the idiots kept saying, white men can't jump, kiss my ass heads too. God gave us a gift and a dream. See it, believe it, go get it. The only thing that's in your way today is you. Move out of the way. Let's go rebuild you. You got an SSN for one reason, because you were told to. That means we're sheep. Bah, bah, bah. We got an SSN to get a job. We only get one. That's all we get on this planet. And you expected your big paycheck. You even budgeted your bills that week, didn't you? Remember that week? And then the check was, what? You forgot. They get their cut before you get the leftover. So you got to understand, IRS public record. All right, see, we got a SSN to get a job, 1040 tax return, tax, probate too when we die. IRS public record for you. Now, today you're going to learn things you never heard before, because you don't have to be a duck. You never had to be a duck since you were 18 years old. You got to learn to play. You only allowed one SSN today. Quack, 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 quack. That's going to stop as of now because you met me. Remember the other reason you got that SSN? We're the collateral for the United States of America Incorporated. Yay! Team! We're the collateral. Nixon takes the gold standard out. What do? Print money 24/7. So now write down Ray's rules again, but this time write down 100,000. Here's the problem. If I talk to you today on the phone, you're going to say at one point in time you couldn't pay your car payment, the mortgage, the rent, the food. Life scares the hell out of us. Simple. If you had $100,000 of safety credit and only used 29% of the rules and the discipline, you'd maintain an 820 score. This would give you $71,000 of safety credit. Case blanket the fan, lost a job or pandemic for 19 months. When you take the money and credit from the family, you roll the dice, or even start a business, you're using the wrong money in the first place. Write down never bring the pain home, please. I want you to start using the right money, using Ray's rule, step number 7 today. Ultimate goal is pretty simple to do. We all got a sad story. My first coma, 5.5 years old, told never going to walk again. The voice told me, very simple, get up. I got up. My last coma, 2009, I got to die. Well, there's my yachts, there's my race boats, my U-Dock too. The address, check it out. See, in that picture right there, it's asking my wife if I'm a donor. They're going to rip out my heart. Luckily, God gave me a second chance to come back and help you. You got a choice. What did I get to do? Simple. I walked around with an oxygen tank for 5 weeks. I put my score back to an 820, which I can do for every one of you. From there, I got up to $1 million credit card again. Please tell me, honestly, you spent thousands, some didn't work. Here, I'm offering to do the work for you, hold your hand, and make sure we build that relationship to get you to $1 million. I'm willing to guarantee it too. Find anybody on the planet can do that. They can't. All right, I got no BS. But today, for you to get the $1 million dream, you got 4 choices. Win the lottery, and they all piss that away anyway. Inherit the money, get a raise, or let me rebuild you. It's simple to do. See, I have 5 closet divisions. You might want to write that down. Rich and famous people do this every day. Banks do it, grocery stores, cities too. So if I got a bad situation, I just pull out another one too. I fight through the pain, pull out a closet division, do it again. Because I'm allowed to. So are you. your constitutional right. God's delays are not God's denials. You got a choice today. Let's pretend you're listening really good. All right, and we got them both on, okay? And I write you a check for $1 million right now. My first thing is, what are you going to do with the money? What do you do with the check? Sorry, man, most of you piss it away. Then you got nothing left and you're broke the next day. What are you going to do with the money? You put it in your personal bank account. I think that's wrong. You get to keep $375,000. You pay the rest in tax the next year, and the interest year, and you pay tax on that too. But a corporation is the ability to have an SS4. You can incorporate. You have a division of you too. No excuses. Corporation absorbs all the money, pays no bills, all right, no tax unless it pays all of its bills first. We're talking pension plan, annuities, profit sharing, medical, dental, life insurance policy, company car, business trips, on. And SS4 is the opportunity for the dream. Do you want to play? Why'd you bring the pain home? I don't understand. Winning the battle. Step number 8. Your choice is simple. I do private consultation. I do Zoom meetings every day. It's kind of fun. If you ever want one, call the office. They'll set one up for you too. Now let's look in your city, the grocery stores or the banks or Sam's Club. You see, they're playing the game in front of you and most people just complain. Sam's Club, 2 years before pandemic, shut down 63 locations in California alone, not counting the 900 locations in the other states too. That's right. 1,000 locations they shut down, they bankrupt, they write up on their taxes, and they got a damn tax credit for screwing up. What did you get for screwing up? Boo-hoo-hoo. They're using branch number tax ID in a division called a subsidiary. I created divisions and tax IDs in '86. Eventually they become subsidiaries too. It's simple. Step number 9. So when you heard the city file bankruptcy in the past, what did you do? I was at the court building the very next day. I want to know how they did that too. You see, you got the United States of America Incorporated that set up 50 states. They're all corporations, and cities corporations too. This is the line of defense right in front of you, and they even invented a Chapter 9 bankruptcy case. They planned the problem too. They get to bankrupt the city's debts and stay in business. You have a bad day, what do? You bring the pain home? Not anymore. You got a choice. Apple filed bankruptcy in '97. They were done. Mr. Bill Gates indicted 4 times for being so damn smart. He wrote a check for $150 million for Apple and saved their assets too. Now they're worth trillions and they don't pay any damn tax at all. Would you please understand something today? We got an SSN. We only get one. We're ducks. Quack, quack, quack. All right? That's to get the job. Wow. But an SS4, corporation, division, subsidiary, more. All right, we got the ability to play the game if we want to. I want you to Google the word bankruptcy. Write it down. It's an assignment for you. I want you to understand. Your SSNs to get your job, but an SS4 gives you more chance to try to win. When you Google it, you get this page. It says SSN. We won't get one. This says SS4, corporation, division, subsidiary, more. I want nothing to go wrong. But if it does, it's sure not going to be me and my family. Google bankruptcy. I want you to learn to play. Step number 10 today. Here's our life. SSN equals a 1040, tax, 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 until we get to probate too. An SS4 is 1120 and more. Look at what it says on line 10, right there. It says banking and credit purposes. It's right in front of you. Do you not understand today? IRS public record. We get one SSN and we can have as many SS4s as it takes to build an empire too. Bottom line is learning to play. But if you don't want to play, that's okay. Just stay being a duck. I don't think you want to be a duck, do you? Why don't we see it, believe, and go get it? Ultimate goal, all we got to do is realize we get one SSN. We're all ducks. But an SS4 is the opportunity to try again and again too. Nothing to lose, everything to gain. It's called winning that battle starting today. But again, how are you going to go get it? Please. No matter how old you are, you've been trying this all your life. Me, I'm going to guarantee to hold your hand for 90 days to get you in the $1 million direction in the right way too. Simple. Nobody holds your hand like I do. Winning the lottery, inherit the money. All right, get a raise. Or let me rebuild you. It's pretty simple to do. Ultimate goal, Saturday this weekend, one of my billionaire clients is loaning me their conference room in City of Orange in California. So what I'm going to do is basically, I'm going to hold a in-person 2:30 in the afternoon, go over stock it page by page and some Q&A. If you want to get into that, the conference room holds about 8 to 10 people. Call the office at 800-510-3338. If you don't, that's okay too. Chapter 18. That's what I found out at 7.5 years old. It's not legal advice. It's right in front of you. Corporation's a legal person. It may sue or be sued. I was looking for a blueprint. The instruction manual, what you've been looking for in your life too. You see, someone's going to say, are you a member of the Better Business Bureau if you do the corporation situation? My answer is no. Why would I be giving them $615 to a fraud company to buy an A rating? You didn't look up BBB got busted, huh? Remember, they're a fraud. 10 million companies will not play their game. I don't care if it's Walt Disney, KBC, or Wolfgang Puck too. Ultimate Gold courts have said get out of the city. They got indicted in 2013 and changed their name to Business Alliance BS2. I'm not making it up, people. That's 2020 in CNN. Now, I've been incorporating rich and famous people for 4 decades. Profit and nonprofit. How to play the game. So guess what? I'm their coach. I want to be your coach too. But again, that's the consultant for rich and famous people right in front of you. Now, I created a program for people coming out of prison too. It's basically free Ricky Ross after 20 years. We built his credit in 6 months, like I do for you or less. I got him a gold and a platinum card. Paid over time up to $1 million. Would you like one or two? But again, here's Thomas, 26 years in prison. 6 months, got him into the dump truck business, and he does millions of dollars a day. And per year too. Kind of fun. Beat your doubt, run your own race. All right, that's step number 11, by the way. You got to get out of your own way sometimes too. So, getting past go, I can show you millions and billions, not hard to do. God's gift, one of the mansions. Parking the race boat and the yachts in my backyard. Where you park yours again? I'm from Show Me State. Helicopter, one of the buildings and one of the Lamborghinis? Kind of fun. Now, winning the game of business, I wrote 43 years ago. I was at the Bonaventure for 32 years every Wednesday night, 7 p.m., a line around the hotel to get hold of me. If you ever want a copy of the Millionaire's Founders Kit, Winning the Battle, so you can also go to the workshops too, all you got to do is call the office at 800-510-3338, and they'll get you a set of those too. Ultimate goal, I'd like you to change your driver's license to a P.O. box or mailing address, please. I'd like you to protect your ass. Yeah, it's starting today. Using Ray's rules and never bring the pain home again. Why don't you check out the Driver's Protection Act too? See, you wrote a check. You gave me your driver's license. You got your home address. Did your house get robbed the next day too? Protect yourself, please. That's step number 12. Now, divisions, when I modified that in 86 for multiple functions, disconnect, isolate, incorporate, from there separating pieces. And I want you to focus on one thing. A division is a legal person too. That means every division can get a gold or a platinum card, paid over time up to $1 million, and you can literally get 9 more to go. How many would you like? So a division's an opportunity, and you don't ever bring the pain home because that's called silliness anyway. The division can have a piece of property, a franchise. So rich and famous people do this every day, cities and grocery stores and banks. One screws up, you get to get rid of the bad piece, keep the good piece, and set up another one too. Didn't you realize business is a game? It's called buckets of money, tax balancing, become the bank. Ultimate goal, let's look at your car today. I'll bet you when you got your car, if you think about it, they sweated you for hours on end. You lost $5,000. You got 9 inquiries too. They said, fill this out, we're on you, creative. And what did you do? You fill it out and said, here, I'm a sheep. From now on, you're not going to be a sheep. What you're going to do is use Ray's rules. They hand you the piece of paper to fill it out. What you're going to do is sign it next to your signature. You're going to write down this allows 1 inquiry. You're going to take a picture. You got that? You're going to take a what? A picture. I want you to stop doing the stuff you do. I'm sorry. I want to repackage every one of you. Give me an hour. I can change your life right away. It's easy to do. See, the car should be fleet price tax ID in the division. Simple. That way it doesn't show up on your personal credit report, and it's a corporate car. It's not even yours. But again, today, if you have a repossession because you have a car registered to you, the IRS can give you a 1099-C. Congratulations again. Now, understand today, if you drive that car to the grocery store to the bank, a little bumpity bump, that person's going to go, I'm going to die. They got to put on a show. And then they're going to ask for driver's license, insurance, registration, please. And then you're going to fall out of your chest, your heart's going to fall out of your chest. Home address, change it, please. That's up to you. The insurance, you pay for your car out of your paycheck, right? Called taxable income. When a corporation can pay for it instead of you. But no matter what I say or do today, you're the registered owner of that car. Quack, 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 quack. What can I say? You got 44 attorneys on TV going, I'm number one, I'm number one, I'm number one. Billboards too. Why don't you think, because they always like to sue the registered owner too, why don't you change the registered owner to a division? Costs about $12. And that way at the end of the day they get diddly squat. Isn't it time you protect your assets and your family too? Step 14. Cars at fleet price tax ID. I teach that at the goal setting class every Saturday at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time too. You get to play. Now, years ago, I had my 17 houses, and I couldn't get number 18. They kept saying loan to value problem. So I transferred them into my divisions. Freed my credit report and separate liability. By the way, your paycheck should be a break-even. I'll teach you at the workshop. By the way, corporations, after they receive all that money, they don't pay tax until they make a profit. So let's understand. Okay, Amazon's $10 billion or trillion. They pay no tax. You pay more tax than they do. Congratulations again. Now, don't say loophole. That doesn't exist. They're doing what they're allowed to do. They pay tax on a gallon of gas and basic property tax too. But 3 of them got so much damn money, they got their own spaceship. Whee! Let's go to the moon. Wow! All right, which one you want to go with? All right, simple. So let's remember something. They're doing exactly what they're allowed to do by the Internal Revenue Service. Corporations don't pay tax till they make a profit. So understand, you can complain or you can join the club and start winning the battle too. And I'll hold your hand and do the work for you anyway. Because it's fun. Can you imagine? Carl here had $1.2 billion in BFA and paid no damn tax. How? Because borrow money's not taxable. But on the corporation, you can turn it into millions and billions. So if you want to play, I got a class on that too. Ultimate goal, what if you paid attention today just for the heck of it? Let's take an ink card up to $100,000, no interest for 18 months, okay? Why don't we loan $50,000 to 5 people, $10,000 apiece, put a second on the house? Why don't we do a homestead blocker and a UCC one with the chattel mortgage? I know if you're an expert in real estate, you have no idea what the hell I'm talking about. I only had $841 million before the coma. I was going to hit $1 billion that year just in real estate. Oh, well. Now, after paying the payment on the card, I have literally $2,449 positive cash flow per month. $5,000, $10,000. In 7 weeks or less, every one of you could replace your income or enhance it just by borrow money not being taxable. But again, what can I say? Mr. Buffett and his father do it all the time. You see, they use borrow money to buy all those businesses for free. And they didn't pay any tax by transferring stock too. He owns his favorite 10. Ketchup, Geico, Coca-Cola, American Express, Duracell, Dairy Queen, Seas Candy, British Drew, and for the loan. Would you like to learn how to leverage $100,000 into $1 million? Let me know. I got classes that start at 7 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning live. All right, and when they go back and read in person, that'd be fun too. But all through the day till 4 o'clock. But again, I like to play with you for about 90 days. And then you're going to want me for a lifetime. Rapid rescore, blocks any garbage, shoots your score up, and away. I tear apart your credit. All you want from me is a 750 score. Okay. You can pick one of them. You can rebuild your credit, do it yourself, book and CD. You can basically go to the workshop. I teach you step by step with the book and CD. Hold your hand too. Or you can let us do all the work for you. It's 800-510-3338. When we do it for you, we add the rapid. We make sure we give you a $1,000 cash card. All right, and we guarantee the 750 score in writing. All you have to do is understand that's step 15. So now I do a class every Wednesday and Saturday at 10 a.m. I did it before we started this today. This is what's called corporate setup. And we go into what type of corporation, what state, what you want to do too. And then we go into level 1, wholesale price, and how to set up your division step by step too. You see, you're stuck with me. By the way, I don't pass the buck, and I guarantee everything I say I do. Wednesday and Saturday. Go to either one or both for 30 days. It's up to you. So we get to play. Now, if you have a corporation, I'll build that one if you want me to. If not, I'll get you in the starter package for Millionaire. Rebuild your credit, wrap or rescore, articles, also as tax ID, set up in level 1 for 30-day classes. I do the work for you, but I want you to put the information here too. I hand you $10,000 of cash credit. And the office basically will put you in for 30 days. If you want to get into 10,000, it's 800-510-3338. If you want 25,000, just tell me you want the millionaires in the making. Ultimate goal is pretty simple to do. So you get 25,000 in cash credit and all the same goodies. But again, what we got to do is understand how to play. That's why you're stuck with me. 100%. I love that because I'm not going to let you down. 800-510-3338. Ultimate goal today, run your life through a corporation, please, or in conjunction. You got nothing to lose and everything to gain. And you're going to get to the $1 million dream, and I guarantee that too. Ultimate goal, simple. It's number 16. So what are we going to do? Pay tax or buy a Lamborghini? That offsets corporations tax. Boom, boom. Isn't that kind of fun? You get a paycheck, which is tax, right? And then after you get the leftover, you pay the payment, the gas, registration, insurance on the car. Why don't you start driving a company car? You see that LP 640 in front of you right now? Here's the keys. Boom, boom. When I have a bad day, I just get in and start the car. You know why? In about a half a second, I just forget the bad day. It's outside. I go, boom, boom. Maybe you should drive in a company car too. But that's up to you. Step number 17. Ultimate goal, get an SS4 today, please. SS4 equals 1120. Right in front of you, it says banking and credit purposes. This is the IRS rules. This is their basic public record for you. Bottom line is step 18. Why don't you go to irs.gov and download an SS4 form so you can learn to play versus being a duck. I don't think you should be a duck because when they sue you, you got a duck. Now, I love the United States of America. I really do. But every game I ever play, I master the rules because I don't like to lose. I guess you don't know what it's like stealing off the pier, eating out of a damn trash can. I think it sucks. So the reality is the United States of America Incorporated, they set up 50 corporations called states. States set up the cities called corporations too. They're doing this right in front of you. It's called the line of defense. And by the way, they planned the problem because that's why they created Chapter 9 bankruptcy under the Federal Protection Act. Bankrupt the debts of a city, stay in business today, but not you. You bankrupt, brought the pain and went boo-hoo. You are we the people. It's your constitutional right. Why don't you try? Nixon took the gold standard out. They print money 24/7. Immediately, every hospital is federally mandated that a woman who delivers a baby in 3 hours or less, she's got to sign the SSN form. If not, the baby can't go in the stroller, the car seat can't go home. She can't even take her own kid home. Do you understand this? God gave her a gift and the IRS won't let her take it home. Well, she signs the SSN form, but it's the rules. Now, online, you're going to see some websites. You don't have to guarantee. What a bunch of blah, blah, blah. Cash credit cards, cash lines of credit, supply credit, vendor credit, marketing credit, lease credit, and gas cards too. You got to be a qualified CFO. And in my system, I'll make you the greatest CFO you can be. Now, don't look at those trade line things, please, because under the Fair Lending Act, I don't want to visit you in prison. So, corporate credit, you get to write off the interest rate, the credit card line of credit. If you screwed up a division, you write that off too. Just like the grocery stores and the banks, rich and people, famous people do too. You never had to bring the pain home. I want to make you the qualified CFO. Is that okay with you? So I want you winning the battle. I want to play. Now, let's talk about your house. When you bought it, you used Ray's rules, right? Escrow, close, homestead, put it in a trust. You didn't do that? So if they sue you today, they take it away. If you die, get stuck in a probate, and your family got diddly squat. Oh, well, what can I say? Are these turned on today? When you fix up a property, you're going to hire a contractor, right? That hires a subcontractor that stand outside Home Depot. Good workers. If they cut corners, slip and fall, what happens next? They sue you and take everything you got. But if you're thinking, why don't we just transfer them into the division and do an assignment of equity, you can do that too if you want to. At the end of the day, let's see if they can get diddly squat. Let's protect our assets too. I like irrevocable trust, but pick what you want. It's up to you. Ultimate goal, that's step number 19. Wow, some of you are playing peekaboo, the IRS making a mess. Why? Corporations under IRS rules do not pay tax till they make a profit. So stop playing peekaboo and making a damn mess. Go to irs.gov. If you screwed up in the past hypothetically, download a form called 656 433 A and B. Get all that free money they're passing out left and right and get your butt back in the system today. By the way, that's called step number 20. Ultimate goal, do not use your money to fix up a property. At the workshop, I'll show you how to set up your division and save up to 70%. Then you don't pay a bill for 30 to 60, 90 days anyway. We use their money, escrow closes, pays off the debt. Now you got up to $200,000 left over. Unfortunately, most men piss it away and they're broke again the next day. We're not going to do that, men, ladies. What we're going to do is use raise rules, leverage the money into millions and billions, and remember, borrow money is not taxable, and set up the line of defense. I call this step 21. It's called blackjack. You get to play because borrow money is not what? Taxable? Now, here's the Reynolds University, my building just before my coma. Remember, I've been educating consumers for decades and helping rich and famous people for 4 decades. So I'm their consultant. You want me to be yours? See, it's simple. Irvine Spectrum, 22,000 square foot building, had other locations around the globe too, doing up to $1 million a day. It's simple. The bank would be there almost every day going, See, banks love to kiss your assets when you got money. You don't have any? Then you don't have a pocket. You know what? They don't know your name. Did you know the banks borrow up to times 10 to the feds and loan back 5 to you? If you would have taken that money to the escrow, leveraging, and raise rules, we would have turned it into $3 million of borrowed money, not taxable. I would have told you to go buy a McDonald's for free. Whee! But again, your corporation should be a management company. I don't want them to pierce the veil and come after you. The divisions are the line of defense. So if the grocery stores, the banks, and the cities, and rich and famous people can do it, so can you. I invented the 3-step. Why don't you write it down? Disconnect, isolate, incorporate. If I can't save it, I might have to bankrupt a piece, but I keep the other pieces. But I don't bring the pain home like you. You never had to in the first place, by the way. By the way, we're going to use divisions and tax IDs. Is that okay with you? Ultimate goal, step number 22. See, what are you willing to lose? Be honest with yourself. All right, have you brought the pain home before? Corporation that can pierce the veil come after you. I want world peace. I want nothing to go wrong, but that's not going to happen. Divisions are cheap. If one got screwed up, I can go get another one too, just like grocery stores and banks do every day, rich and famous people. Because when we play a game, we have to lose a piece or two, but the winners always get checkmate. You want your checkmate? Let me know. That's step number what? 23? Whoa! Saturday in person. All right, 2:30 in the afternoon in the city of Orange. One of the clients let me use their conference room. So I'm going to play stock, kit, and Q&A. I'm going to go page by page and have some more fun too. If you want to have that, there's 8 to 10 people allowed only. You can call 800-510-3338. It's going to be first come, first served to sign up today. By the way, here's a Lamborghini. And a building that say the Reynolds University too. Darn. Reach the dream. Think and be the impossible? Well, I've kind of done it all my life, by the way. So I make millionaires. Would you like to be next? Please let me know. I got my private meetings. I got my Zoom meetings too if you want to play. Call the office and ask them about that today too. Ultimate goal, what do we get to do? The 14th Amendment, turn corporations into people. The United States of America Incorporated, they got their 50 states called corporations, and the cities are corporations too. They got their line of defense, but not you. I don't understand. Why haven't you set up your line of defense? I don't understand. Didn't the pain come home once or twice or two? See, you got to play, and you got to be winning that battle starting today. Ultimate goal is not hard to do. Never have joint credit. Makes no sense. You buy a house, escrow close, homestead put in trust, raise rules. Corporation should have millions of dollars of credit because you get to write it all off anyway. And what do? We get divisions for real estate, franchise, current business. We master the setup that line of defense using raise rules. It's kind of fun. So the ultimate goal, number 24. So what happens if you want the credit rebuilding? Got to do it yourself, kid. You can do it in the workshop, or we'll just do all the work for you too. And call the office at 800-510-3338. Simple to do. So let's understand today, rebuilding the credit, adding a wrapper rescore, all right, getting you basically within 180 days or less, And we always give you a $1,000 Visa cash card too. And we guarantee you a 750 score. No excuses. I like that. Starter package for millionaire. We say how to make you a qualified CFO. Rebuild the credit, rapid score, articles, oscillus, tax ID, set up in level 1 for 30 days. But we give you $10,000 of cash credit. And what happens next is you get to go to the workshops for 30 days, called the office too. If you don't want 10, you want 25,000, that's millionaires in the making. You still get the same goodies. But again, you call the office at 800-510-3338. Figure how much credit you want, how you want us to build you to. We're doing all the work for you anyway. So today, we got to stay safe and strong. The world's changing. It's getting crazier every day. Let's do our best. What Jesus does the rest. Amen to that too, please. Ultimate goal, step 25. If you do nothing, guess what's going to happen? Nothing. This is the opportunity you've been looking for all your life. Call 800-510-3338. That's 800-510-3338. Let's do our best all through the day and let God do the rest. And never, never forget,